was about, maybe 1 o'clock or so in the afternoon. And this woman came in and she wanted to get a Pokemon tattoo.
Yeah, Pokemon, please.
Chipoko man, whatever his name. I don't even care, okay?
Oh my God. Please say Pokemon.
And I was like, you want to do what? She wanted the yellow one. What's that thing called? Yeah, you would know that.
It's the most recognizable character on the planet.
I don't know any of that stuff, okay?
That's like not knowing who Mickey Mouse is.
Listen, you float in whatever circle you want, all right? So... Oh, hello, and welcome to another episode of Who the F is Rob White? I am your host and tattooer on this show, Rob White, and my guest today is Mr. Steve Rocco.
Yo, what's up, guys?
That is him right there, and we're going to be doing a little tattoo of a quote on him, because that's what we're doing. And what's your quote say?
The stranger life gets, the more it seems to make sense.
Ah, that's cool. What does that mean to you?
It was a quote.
I don't give a shit.
What the fuck?
No one cares about meaning. We just cursed already in the first 5 seconds. I'm teasing. I'm sure I'll hear the meaning of your tattoo later. Oh, gross. I would rather just get an eagle, right? Remember that video, kids? Get an eagle. All right, never mind.
Just get a vulture, guys.
Ah.
Some bird of prey.
A bird of prey.
Do people get eagles more than any other bird of prey? That's the most common?
The most common is absolutely, yeah.
More than owls.
Eagles and owls are pretty
neck
close
and neck.
together. Yeah.
Neck and
They're
twisty neck.
Beak to beak, All right, I'm going to do a couple of little lines to start off. I should turn your arm in a little bit more like that. There you go. And this way we're all set and squared away. And off we go to the races. And that's what this is going to feel like. Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, you haven't been tattooed in a while.
Yeah, the last time you got tattooed was... That's an interesting story. Do you want to talk about that story?
Yeah, we can.
Because you just found out now that the last...
Yeah, that's very sad. I was... this is probably like before the pandemic, maybe like 2018. I was in the market for a tattoo, and I matched with a girl on Bumble. Her name was Alicia Ray. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. You do tattoos. I'm in the market for one. Would it be cool if the first time we're hanging out, like you do my tattoo? And she gave me the Eeyore tattoo. That's on my right shoulder.
You got a sad tattoo, and now you have a sad story. Like, I feel bad. That's sad. We're starting this off sad and depressing. Maybe I shouldn't have and unfortunately.
Yeah, well, we didn't get there yet. But, I found out when I get here today that she passed away. I don't know how long ago, but it's sad. R.I.P.
Yeah, that is a...
So, as of right now, every person who tattooed me is dead.
No.
Well, you haven't finished yet. You just started.
Thanks. Yeah, great.
Anything can happen.
You have a weird...
Listen, this is your chance to turn... That we don't have to do this, Rob.
What?
I'm 0 for 0 on living tattoo artists.
Yeah, I'm hoping to live for a while. At least to outlive this this podcast. That would be certainly a good one. But you're not into, goth music and stuff.
Yeah, like the modern day goth music. I'm a big Ozzy fan.
Yeah, but that's more
Rob
like classic
Zombie. Yeah, it's classic rock. I'm a classic rock guy.
Like Marilyn Manson or
like some of Manson stuff.
Or like Typo Negative,
Yeah, you know what? Manson is a little too strange for me. A little too strange.
Are you sure though?
Yeah.
Because I feel like that kind of, I feel like, you'd like that.
Don't make me laugh while you...
Oh, no, it's good. If we laugh, it'll screw it up, and then we'll edit it out and, give you a tattoo of like a Pokemon or some shit. I don't know.
How many people get Pokemon tattoos?
Oh, man, you know what? You'd be surprised the kind of crap that happens. Here, check this out. That actually reminds me of a funny story. When I was tattooing, right, it was 9/11. It was actually the September 11th. And we had this crazy...
I didn't know you were doing that for that long.
Oh, yeah, no, I've been doing it since I was 13. I've been always around this. This is my whole life's work.
Nice.
I serve no other purpose.
That's not true.
Well, according to some of the people, it's like you're a failed tattooer and a failed comic. Yeah, I saw your thing. And
shame on you, people. He's great at both.
What was that girl's email message thing? I don't know. Anyway, back to what I was saying.
9/11.
9/11 happens, right?
Are we allowed to talk about this?
Yeah, because it's not really about 9/11 so much as it's about the situation surrounding it. Okay. So there I was at the tattoo shop, and I'm tattooing. Or trying to tattoo that day because it's just like a very weird day. Like, what do you do? Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
I was in the fire department at the time, but I wasn't able to go back to active service or anything, so I didn't know what to exactly do. So we were all just sitting around the shop, just kind of talking, seeing what was going to happen. It was about maybe 1 o'clock or so in the afternoon, and this woman came in and she wanted to get a Pokemon tattoo.
Yeah, Pokemon, please.
Chipoko man, whatever his name. I don't even care, okay?
Oh my God. Please say Pokemon.
And I was like, you want to do what? She wanted to do the yellow one. What's that thing
Pikachu.
called? Yeah, you would know that.
It's the most recognizable character on the planet.
I don't know any of that stuff, okay?
That's like not knowing who Mickey Mouse is.
Listen, you float in whatever circle you want, all right? So.
What the fuck? I was swing that way.
Yeah, I heard some stories about you and the old Chipoko man. So anyway. You got the Pokemon character she wants to get. She wants to get the yellow one. What was
Pikachu.
Pikachu. And so she wants to get him.
Oh my God.
And she wants him, and all right, fine, whatever. And so she gets it all set up, and we're drawing it all up. And I wasn't doing that tattoo because I was just like, this is insane. I'm not tattooing on 9/11. Like, with all this going on, I just couldn't bring myself to be part of that. And so the one guy's like, I'll do it. It's fine.
Would you do an eagle Pokemon?
Well, maybe that day I would have done like Osama bin Laden's head on like a spike or something. I don't know. But so it gets it all set up. And he's like, let me run your card first. And goes to run her card. And the card doesn't go through. Like, the credit card machine's not working.
Oh, no.
And so, she's there. She's upset. Her credit card machine's not working. And then this batty lady just starts crying and going, why do all the bad things happen to me? Like, how come it's not working? And I was just like, are you serious? The two Twin Towers just came crashing down. You're worried about your Pokemon tattoo?
Pokemon!
Well, it doesn't matter. At that point in time, it could have been the Taliban. You know what I mean? I was just like, get out of the shop. And
Taliban,
tally me banana. And so that was my moment of completely having a snap fit meltdown because this lady was, she was trying to get tattooed, and I just, when you say, oh, all the bad things happen to me, I'm like, I just got a couple 100,000,
I remember, how old were you on 9/11?
I was 21.
You were 21. I was
working.
I was 13.
Oh, man.
It was you might have heard me do this bit before.
Well, about your dad, right?
Yeah. I go back to school on 9/11 because he died on the 6th, and I go back on the 11th. And that's the first thing that happens when...
So you just got more days off.
No, we didn't get any days off or anything.
From 9/11?
No.
Yeah, I feel like you guys all got days off all the time.
I think, like, if you wanted to stay home, you could, but I didn't. I was too busy in my, like, no offense to the people of the tragedy and everything like that, but like I just lost my dad. I was kind of dealing with my own shit.
No, of course.
Yeah,
it's a weird thing. A lot of people had stuff like that, similar stuff, where it was like they were, mourning the loss of people, and and then 9/11 happened, and it was like, oh, so now everybody thinks that you're
selfish.
Like, well,
there's other things in the world going. Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, but not for me. Like, in my life, like, And
like, I remember sitting in the gym. They had all the TV set up and everything, and I'm on the bleachers, just like crying because I just lost my dad, and people thought I was crying over the incident of the towers. I'm like, no, it has nothing to do with that.
All right, so now I'll let you indulge us on your quote because I already gave you shame about it. But it's from a comic book, right?
Well, no, it's from a video game that I occasionally play every once in a while called League of Legends, and it's the only game I play.
League of Their Own?
No.
Oh, that's the one with
Rosie
O'Donnell?
I don't.
Madonna. Tom Hanks. That other.
You're just saying words. There's a character in the video game. He says this quote, and I think it was a very profound quote, and I just liked it, and I use it in my real life, and I want it tattooed on me. That's it.
You have a fake life? No,
yeah, that's stand-up.
Oh.
Stand-up's the fake life.
Fake life. I think it's real. I always thought it was real.
This is therapeutic for me.
This is therapeutic?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you need to get a better form of therapy. It's a weird one, you know.
Isn't tattoo therapy like a thing?
Someone talks about it and says it, but I never understood that whole thing, you know.
I think that these people just like pain.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's just about, you know, hurting yourself.
What is the most painful spot to get a tattoo?
Probably on your taint. I would say your taint would be.
Have you done a
terrible
taint?
spot. No, I haven't, but
What's the most obscure place you've tattooed?
I did a tattoo once on a girl that had a webbed toe. It was like, you know, the toes where it's like there's like two and
she wanted the webbing pierced?
It looked like she had a big, like the toe was like connected, like.
Okay,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah, we did a little dotted line with a pair of scissors, so that was, you know, that was fun. Yeah.
That must have been quick, at least, right?
Yeah, that was interesting.
What do you think that pain level is in that part of the body that not everyone has?
I don't even know. It's not real. I don't think that there's a real part of the body, you know?
Yeah.
Like a webbed toe, like the webbing in between, is that real? Like, I don't know.
It's kind of like what I got going on in my mouth. You know, like how people have like the web underneath their tongue?
Right.
Mine goes all the way to the tip, so I can't.
So you can't stick your tongue out?
No.
Yeah, I've heard
It makes it
about
very
that before.
difficult to eat ice cream. It's very difficult.
Yeah, it's just uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah, and it's just like I can't do it properly. I have to get my whole mouth on
I
it.
want to
you know?
buy you an ice cream cone just to watch you and make fun, you know? Just, you know?
I have to use a spoon to eat ice cream.
Yeah. Oh God, do you really? Oh man.
Like cones are
Was
not
it
my
just,
friend.
Just the ice cream like theme song, just tortured you as a child.
kind of. Yeah. I was more of a circus man myself, not Mr. Softy.
Circus man.
Remember Circus Man?
No.
He had all the cool shit. I mean, sorry, poop.
Poopies.
The cool stuff.
We didn't have a very good what you call it in my neighborhood, ice cream man.
Like anything that I can bite was okay. Like those wrestling bars.
Yeah, what's up with the wrestling bars?
Yeah, those were good. I can do those. I could kind of do the baseball glove with the gumball in it.
Yeah, I remember that, mother.
Is it just me, or did those get smaller over the years?
We got bigger.
Oh.
Yeah, when we were children, those things were the size of our hands, and then our hands got bigger.
You know what? I thought they were just doing cutbacks because of the economy. Now I just realized I'm a larger person.
You just got beefier and just your hands got like meat mittens. Did you had like an ice cream man with the music, or did you have the one that just rang the bell? Because I had the white trash ice cream man. Like there was this guy Chris the Greek, and he used to just drive around ringing like a school bell, just bring, bring, and you just go out there, and he would sell you like
the original Good Humor Man.
No, he was just selling you all sorts of just all kinds of wacky paraphernalia. There was just like fireworks and like remember Chinese bubble gum? It was so racist. It was just like it was like a Chinese guy with like a rice picker hat on, and he had the Asian rice picker hat. I'm not even kidding. That's what he was, like a smiling Asian man with the eyes and all, like exactly how you're picturing it in your head. It's exactly
like a South Park.
And he had like the rice picker hat.
Oh my!
And it was called Chinese bubblegum, and it was the only thing that made it like kind of maybe it was Chinese was that there was like a fortune in there, you know. And that was it. But yeah, Chris the Greek would just drive around the neighborhood, ringing the bell, and yet he'd be like, what are you doing?
Why do Greeks always have to end their names like that?
Chris the Greek?
Yeah.
Yeah, so everybody knows they're Greek, because they're very proud of that, you know. I don't know why, but they're Greeks, but you know.
Yeah, like
they smell like feta cheese. And
I mean, I like Greek people, but I wondered why people always have, like the Greeks always have to let us know that they're Greek. Isn't there like obscure last name with too many consonants enough?
Yeah, I guess it's just you know, they feel like they need to have a little something special about it because they're not like Irish or whatever, you know.
Yeah. You're Irish, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty much just that's what I tell everybody at least, you know.
You're at least mostly Irish.
It's better for business, I feel like. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I am. What do you got as ethnic background?
Mostly Italian.
Oh, but you got weird like gypsy.
The Albanian thing. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad tries to tell me all the time that we got gypsy, and I'm just like, what are you gonna do with that?
Yeah.
You have a bit that kind of goes on that. We had
Yeah.
a parallel bit for a while.
Yeah, we have a few, but we go in very different directions.
Oh, yeah. We'll come up with the same cuts. Like, you had the woolly mammoth bit, and I'm just like, he's got a...
Who else has a mammoth bit?
I'm like, say my bit, and then you don't. And I'm like, that's weird. I didn't think you could pull 2 woolly mammoth bits like that, you know? Who's running around? But do you have an Armenian gypsy bit? Like, I do. Yes, I do.
That's so funny. Speaking of which, I just watched Rat Race. You ever see that movie?
No. We were trying to talk about that the other day, and I was
Yeah.
like, what movie is that?
It's like the movie It's a Mad, Mad, Mad World.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like a modern version of that, I guess. When did that come out? This like late 60s?
Maybe even later, maybe 70s.
Maybe. It is an older movie, but it's the same type of movie. I watched that, Mystery Men, and This is 60. Oh, really?
1963. Wow. Okay.
And
Ahead of its time.
and This is Spinal Tap, which I never saw until that day.
You were just going for like all the classics and stuff, like.
Well, I want to call Rat Race a classic, but I was told that it's like one of those movies that you should probably watch because it's like kind of like one of those cult classic movies. Yeah. People are like, like there's a lot of great movies that I've never seen. Like I've never seen Shawshank Redemption. I never saw it.
Really?
I never saw it.
Shawshank Redemption is such a good film.
I mean, I know.
I did not see that.
I know enough about it that like I get the pop culture references and stuff. Like I know like what they're referencing, but I've just never seen the movie.
It's so good. Like every day, like you remember the character Brooks in the movie? How he like he kills himself?
No, I never saw it.
Yeah. You never saw? Oh, jeez. No. Why would you bring up a movie that we can't even talk about? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying is that you don't need to see The Godfather to understand that like something's doing a parody of The Godfather. Is
But
what I'm
you've
saying.
seen The Godfather.
Yes, I've seen The Godfather.
I mean, we were going to go down. We were going to start swinging.
I've seen The Godfather.
Have you seen Jaws?
Yes,
Okay,
Jaws is one of my favorites.
If you haven't seen Jaws, we take you out back and we dress you down.
Jaws is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's definitely top 10.
It's a good. It's probably at least number 1 or 2, depending upon my day. But mostly it's a number 2 for me because I love. I like the movie Braveheart a lot.
Really? It's a toss-up between Braveheart and Jaws. Really? Okay.
Yeah, why? What's wrong with Braveheart?
It's. Do you like? Are you a fan of Mel Gibson work?
I mean, he's a weird dude. You know what I mean? I'm not 100% on board with Mel, but you know who wasn't on Epstein's Island?
Yeah.
Mel Gibson. He wasn't there.
Okay,
so
okay, yeah.
I feel like that's
Allegedly.
Yeah.
No, Jaws is great. How do you feel about Jaws sequels?
I feel like they shouldn't have, but you can't like. You can't unsuck that dick, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
You can't unsuck that dick. That's what it is, Steve.
Do you like Jaws just as Jaws, or do you like shark movies in
I
general?
love sharks. I'm a huge shark fan.
Okay. That's the only animal that you don't have hanging up here, though.
I got Jaws in the back. I just haven't put them up yet.
Oh.
I kind of want to get bit by a shark. That's sort of a thing for me. I always want to get bit by a shark. Like, not like a bad one, just one that I could just be like, yeah, no, cool. I used to have more of my thigh, but now I don't because of shark. I think it'd be cool, right?
I guess, unless you lose a tattoo.
Okay. Yeah, but whatever, it's worth it. Like, my tattoos they're stupid. Anyway.
You lost a tattoo, but you got a story.
Well, according to people on the page here that write all their comments, they're like, he doesn't have any tattoos. He's not got any visible tattoos. He must never tattoo himself. Yeah.
You got one right there on your arm.
I know. There's only one, though, so he needs his face and his throat. Otherwise, he's not
Do you have any on
good
your
enough.
leg?
My body's all over. My fucking legs are covered.
Okay.
These kids are just annoying me with their dumb crap. You know what's worse is you get like real tattoo artists who like say shit now, and they're just like, okay. Oh, yeah. Sorry, went off that weird one.
Anyway, back to Jaws.
Jaws, classic piece of cinematography right there.
Don't you think?
All the way through.
They made a movie, I think it was with Nicolas Cage, about the Indianapolis.
Yeah, but because they had Nicolas Cage in the movie.
Yeah, don't you think they should have had? There should be like a Quint prequel.
What?
Yeah, don't you think?
Dude,
like a young Quint on the Indianapolis.
You're reading my mind, or did we talk about this once
I don't think we've ever talked about
We're
it.
having some kind of like parallel thinking here.
We do this a lot.
'Cause we did have
How are we
this.
not better friends?
Are you just inside my brain right now? because I think we should have a Quint prequel too. Yeah, I think it should start.
Wait, do you do a bit about it?
No, there's no bit. I believe
you can
in
have this one.
So check this out. Okay, no, this is what it is. It starts off with they're in the Orca, and they're telling the story about the different scars, right? And so immediately he starts talking about. I don't know the order of the story. I can't remember, but he starts talking about if I got like my this one from the Rockin' and Rollin' St. Patty's Day, Boston. So immediately it goes from that scene to him in Boston and the story of how he got that scar, and then it goes back, and then it'll go back to another story where he's talking about how he got bit by the other, whatever, and then all the way through until the very last story is where he's talking about the USS Indianapolis and how he was, the scariest moment for him was when he was climbing up that rope ladder, the gang ladder, whatever you want to call it, the thing, and in that moment you show him like he's doing the whole thing, he's climbing up the ladder, and he looks back and the shark surfaces, and it goes back down, and then it zooms back to them sitting in the ship, and then bam, the shark hits the ship. End of movie. Like, perfect. Do it all. And you know who had to do it? His son. His son's really good. You ever seen his kid?
No. What's he in?
He's been doing the Shark is Broken on Broadway.
Okay.
He's been doing that, and it's been. I haven't gone to see it because I'm just too damn busy. But yeah, apparently it's doing really well.
So, in addition to Jaws, what other shark movies do you like? Are you a Deep Blue Sea guy?
No, are you serious right now?
You don't like Deep Blue Sea?
There's only one shark movie, and it's Jaws, and that's it. And everything else is just some bullshit. It's just some fantasy hogwash.
Yeah.
Cuba Gooding Jr., or who was it in that movie?
That wasn't Cuba Gooding
Jr. No.
Wow.
No, I knew I was wrong when I said that.
That was Ice-T. No, that's Ice-T. Ice-T was an Anaconda. Sorry.
No. It was
LL Cool J.
It was LL Cool J. Ice-T. Oh, Ice Cube. Ice Cube was an Anaconda.
Ice Cube is in I don't know. Ice-T, Ice Cube. Yeah, you know what it is. Yeah.
Whatever. Leave me alone, man. That was a fun movie, Anaconda.
No, what? I feel like if I watched movies that you recommended to me, I would punch a baby in the face. I would. It's like, what kind of fucking movie? Anaconda? What's a giant snake?
Yeah, it's cool.
It was like that Harry...
John Voight.
What?
John Voight was in that movie. You know, like John... Whatever.
You haven't seen The Shawshank Redemption, and then you're over here literally telling me that I should watch Anaconda.
Well, don't we both like Tremors, or is that...
Tremors is good. That's a classic, though.
Do you think Tremors is a better movie than Anaconda?
Yeah, because it came out way better. It's a totally different type of movie entirely.
Both like giant snake creatures.
No, they're not giant snakes. One is called...
a graboid. I know.
They're called graboids.
I know.
You know?
I'm aware. I'm a huge Tremors fan. I know.
You know what? You're making me upset a lot.
You want to stop?
How many times have you watched Nightmare Before Christmas? I feel like yes.
You know,
way too many times.
No, I'm actually... I like the movie. I appreciate the cinematography and the art style of it. It was revolutionary at the time, I think, right? Yeah, it's actually a pretty important film, but... Maybe 3 times?
Who the hell are you talking to? It's important.
It is important. There's certain movies that are important.
The Schindler's List was important.
Schindler's List is important. King Kong.
Before Christmas. That's true. We needed to inform all the people about Halloween Land, and how else would they know if we didn't have a movie about it?
No, I'm talking about not. Oh my
it's a very important,
you're missing,
film. A lot of people don't know the intricacies of the. What are you working? Hot Topic? What is this?
Well, for stop motion, it was.
No, you go back to Harry. Was it Harry Hoffhausen? What's the guy's name? Who did all the dinosaurs and shit? About Gumby. What about Gumby? Yeah, Gumby was important.
Gumby was important.
Gumby was important.
Yes, I agree.
He's fighting the blockheads. He's dealing with that goddamn horse, Pokey. Pokey.
Why must you challenge
David and Goliath? How about them? No one gives them any effing credit, but everyone's all excited about Jack Skellington.
I think Jaws is a very important film.
Love busting your chops.
Chris, you know what I'm trying to say.
He's trying to find an audience now. He's like, come on, no, right? It was good. I swear to God.
I'm talking about for the world of cinematography. It's the importance of those films, not like the story in the movie. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, like I'm making sure.
In the world of cinematography.
Just shove a tattoo at me.
I'm just giving you a little.
What do you think is the most important film of all time?
Oh, the most underrated, important film would be Night of the Living Dead, the original one, first one.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why, because people don't realize, and I don't remember the gentleman's name right now, and the actor. I should always try to remember his name because it's so important. He played Ben in the movie. He's the lead in the movie. He's the black guy in the movie, right? Mm-hmm. And no one ever gives him the credit that he deserves. Because if you look at movies of that time, right?
Dwayne Jones.
Dwayne Jones is in a movie, and it's the first time on screen that a black man does like a ton of shit. And there was like, oh, Sidney Poitier and look who's coming to dinner. Who gives a shit about coming to dinner? Okay, Ben, Dwayne Jones in that movie, Ben was a great character. He was the main lead. First time a black man had the main lead in a movie. Number two, like he's the best actor in the movie. He beats the shit out of like the white guy. He beats up and shoots a white dude. He slaps a white woman in the face. Like it's so revolutionary, and no one gives any credit to. They're all like, but Sidney Poitier said some. What did he say? He did nothing. Gets me so angry.
Okay, but that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. I figured you would be appreciative of Night of the Living Dead.
Yes.
Because that seems like your...
It's a fantastic movie.
It's, I think that's the most underrated because it's a horror film. Mm-hmm. You know?
My favorite movie, it's a movie that not that many people hold in high regard, but it's The Devil's Advocate.
With, what's his name? Pacino?
Pacino and Keanu Reeves.
Okay. Why that movie?
I don't know why. I just really like it. I like because you go through this entire movie. Like there's this crazy story about he's like the son of the devil. Then they're trying to bring on the apocalypse and everything, and then you find out it was all in his head. It's he daydreamed that entire movie, or so you think. Before the credits roll, you find out that the guy was Al Pacino. Yeah,
it's one of those movies where they
just messes with you for a little bit.
Circle back around.
Yeah.
It's like The Usual Suspects, you know, same kind of a vibe to it.
There was a little Easter egg in that movie. You know the epic poem Paradise Lost?
Yeah.
It was written by John Milton, which was Al Pacino's character in Devil's Advocate.
Oh, so there's a whole... All right.
I feel like I'm one of the few people that got that reference. So you think Night of the Living Dead is the most underrated important film? What do you think is the most important?
Is the most important film?
Or do you think that's it, period?
No. I don't know. Film's a weird one. You know, like, what's the most important film? This is a weird conversation I never thought we would get. They always say some stupid shit like Birth of a Nation, which is just awful. It's a dumb movie. I watched that where there's like old Klansmen riding around, but they don't even have like real Klan hoods on. Like they got like, one's got like a plunger top on his head. Like it's ridiculous. It's like, what is this? You know? I mean, if you're going to show the Klan, at least you know, you have the right equipment.
I think most people point to Citizen Kane as the most important film.
I've not seen Citizen Kane.
Really?
I try to watch some of the classics. I just watched Casablanca the other day.
That's on the list usually.
Yeah.
King Kong.
I don't like King Kong.
Really?
I like King Kong. King Kong. What's up with the Kongs anyway, right? Like you got King Kong, you got Donkey Kong, right? What's Donkey Kong? What was that about?
He was just a gorilla.
Yeah, well, he was part of the Kong family. He's part of the Kong lineage, right?
It's a very different.
How many other Kongs were there? I mean, they got Mighty Joe Young. Was he a Kong? Was he Joe Kong?
There was Son of Kong.
Son of Kong.
Yeah.
Right?
That wasn't a great movie.
Nah. Kongs. Effing
You didn't see the new ones? Like
Donkey Kong.
Like, no, I'm talking about Kong Skull Island. You didn't see those? You're not into, like, the MonsterVerse?
So King Kong sounds like a Chinese restaurant in my town. You know what I mean? Hey, guys, we're going real quick. Go to King Kong's. You guys want any dumplings? Like, of course I want dumplings.
Kong means... Kong means king.
Kong means, it's King.
It's King.
What kind of fucking numbskullery is that? I want a gorilla cheese. Get it? Sorry.
How much more?
I don't know how long this is going to take. So King Kong's name is basically just Kong, like, or King?
He's the king of kings.
Larry King Kong?
Larry King Kong.
King Kong Bundy, remember him?
Martin Luther King Kong.
Martin Luther King Kong.
Oh, shit.
Is it racist? I don't know. Can you just imagine Martin Luther King climbing up the side of the Empire State Building? Like, I have a dream! And you're like, we know! Well, can you stop swatting at the airplanes, Martin? Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King Kong. I knew we were going to get a reel out of this somewhere.
Oh, no.
That's the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Kong to you, okay?
Martin Luther King Kong Bundy.
Oh, my God. You know what? I was in Ireland, of all places, because I guess... the Irish can do whatever the hell they want. And they had a gift shop, and then it was a loofah sponge with Martin Luther King's face on it, and it said Martin Luther King. And I was just like...
Wow.
Yeah, that's weird.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if you guys should have that.
But...
You know what? I've always regretted not buying that. I'm not going to lie. I've always, like... Right now, if somebody in Ireland sees the Martin Luther King sponge and sends it to me, I'm going to send you a free T-shirt. It's going to probably just be one of my old T-shirts that I'll send you, but you'll get one.
There you go. That seems like a fair trade.
Yeah.
We have Martin Luther King Day next week, actually, next Monday.
We do. The governor's Christmas party is on Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah.
So technically, are we celebrating him as well?
Of course.
I don't know.
Are you going to sign it, by the way?
I'm not gonna... So silly. Stop.
Well, we were originally going to get one of Raniolo's names as one of Raniolo's jokes on my arm. And we weren't going to put it on because it has a certain word on it. And I was thinking about, and I was going to say, is it weird to get his name like underneath the joke, so he gets credit for it?
That's weird. It's like a quote at that point.
Yeah. Well, this is technically a quote, but I'm not putting.
Yeah, but I feel like you don't really put the name on the quotes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's never a thing.
I guess. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I feel like you never do that on regular quotes.
Which, by the way,
you wrote something that Ben Franklin said you wouldn't write. Ben Franklin at the end, it would be weird. It would be strange. I don't know. It seems weird. On a T-shirt, it seems like okay, but on a tattoo.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, speaking of James, you're on the show. Saturday.
The tribute to what do you call it?
The life of James Raniolo.
It's sort of I don't know what you want to call that. Well, James is a comic. I don't know. We've talked on here before. Who was a tremendous and funny guy. Mm-hmm. Way too young. They passed away out here, and definitely missed in the Long Island comedy scene. James Raniolo, and I don't know what we're gonna do on the actual show because his family's gonna be there too.
Right.
So he kind of like we're not roasting.
Well, his aunt wanted the roast thing.
Well, we're not really going after him, right? Like,
I don't know.
Oh, I wasn't planning.
James
on
would want
him. It. I mean, I had some jokes that reference him, but not necessarily like a, wow, what a dipshit, you know? Like, that'd be kind of rude.
when you just said, wow, what a dipshit, like, and you look down at my arm, I'm like, oh, did you mess up?
I've been messing up my entire life, Steve.
No, not my arm.
People still come here. I don't know. There's something in the water, I guess.
Maybe it's your personality.
It's my charming personality. I think that's what it is. You know what it is? I feel like what brings the kids keep coming back is for that bedside manner that I got. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're like the FDR of tattoos.
I'm like,
Fireside chat.
I have polio? What?
No.
I'm like the FDR of tattoos. I have polio and I chain smoke the entire time. What?
That was another movie
The fireside chat, bedside chat.
Yeah. There's a movie, an indie film called FDR American Badass. Have you ever seen that?
No, what does he do in it?
It's the weirdest movie. It's almost like if, it was like if Austin Powers and like American History met. It's
American
like
History X?
No, American History just in general. Like that type
Powers
of
and American History X combined. This time Austin's back. But the problem is the Jews.
Whoa! I can't talk like that.
Sorry. I had to go there.
No,
So
but it's like
American
that
History
same
meets
type of
that
style.
Kinda like
Yeah.
silliness of all right.
It's like if like FDR was Austin Powers.
FDR was Austin Powers. I don't know if we're gonna do gray. I'm not sure. Thinking about doing a little gray shade, but I'm not sure. I'll clean it off first.
Where would you put the gray?
Inside the mask.
Ah, you don't need that.
Let's clean this off. Yeah, the lettering has got that little like whatchamacallitness to it, so it almost looks like, you know, when you get a typewriter and it hits the stamp and it doesn't give like the full, you know. That's why, because the letters aren't like perfectly clean in that way, which is kind of fun. All right, folks. Well, we have finished yet another tattoo here on the Who the F is Rob Wife show. Woo! My guest, again, Mr. Steve Rocco. Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me tattoo you. Any final thoughts?
No, this was. I listen. You can cause me pain anytime you want.
Well, thank you. I will. I'm gonna come over to your house and beat the tar out of you later. What are you gonna say?
Steve Rocco Comedy on Instagram. That's the big one. You can just follow me there. And Facebook and TikTok if you want. Do that too.
TikTok and you don't stop, right?
Yeah.
Folks, once again, as always, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave comments. Fight me in the comments. I love it. I know that Chris doesn't like it, but I enjoy it. So please like, share, subscribe, and we shall see you on the next episode.